Stop! Before you grab that name brand off the shelf, you need to see this. I bought 10 Kirkland products and their name brand twins, and I tested every single one. Blind taste tests, ingredient breakdowns, price per unit math. The results? One of these products is so identical, I'm convinced it's rolling off the exact same factory line. And one name brand is so much better, it's actually worth every penny. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly which ones to buy and which ones to skip. And I've got the receipts to prove it. Here's what Costco doesn't want you to overthink. Kirkland Signature did $75 billion in sales last year. $75 billion. That makes it the biggest store brand on the planet, bigger than Nike, bigger than Starbucks as a product line. And their entire pitch is dead simple. Same quality as the name brand, lower price. But is that actually true? Because I've seen two kinds of Costco shoppers. The first fills their entire cart with Kirkland everything. Kirkland water, Kirkland socks, Kirkland vodka, like it's a religion. The second won't touch it. They'll walk right past the Kirkland olive oil and pay double for the brand they recognize. So who's right? I decided to find out. Not with opinions, not with vibes, with actual tests. Here's the rules. 10 products. Each one gets 3 tests. First, a blind taste or performance test. No labels, no packaging, just the product. Second, an ingredient and quality comparison. I'm flipping over every bottle, reading every label. Third, a price per unit breakdown. Because the cheapest product isn't always the best deal if you're using twice as much. At the end, every product gets a clear verdict. Kirkland wins, name brand wins, or it's a dead tie. No sponsors, no brand deals, no bias, just the receipt and the truth. Let's start with the one that surprised me the most. Kirkland Organic Extra Virgin Olive Oil versus California Olive Ranch. First, price. Kirkland comes in at 37 cents per ounce. California Olive Ranch, 62 cents per ounce. That's 40% more for the name brand. Already a tough hill to climb. Ingredients? Both bottles say 100% extra virgin olive oil. No blends, no fillers. I ran the fridge test on both. If you didn't know, real extra virgin olive oil thickens up and gets cloudy when you refrigerate it. Fake or diluted olive oil stays liquid. Both passed, both legit. Blind taste test? I poured each into identical white dishes, tried them with bread, then plain, then drizzled on a salad. I genuinely could not tell the difference. And here's the thing, neither could my neighbor, and she's the kind of person who brings her own olive oil to dinner parties. She picks it up at a specialty Italian market. She swore she'd be able to tell. She couldn't. What if the only difference between these two is the label? Because that's exactly what the data is telling me. Kirkland wins. 40% savings for a product I literally cannot distinguish. It's not even close. Next up, maple syrup. And this one's almost embarrassing for the name brand. Kirkland 100% pure maple syrup, 78 cents per ounce. The fancy brand with the little cabin on the label and the artisanal font, $1.42 per ounce. Nearly double. Now flip them both over. Ingredients on the Kirkland, maple syrup. That's it, one ingredient. Ingredients on the premium brand, maple syrup, one ingredient. Both grade A dark amber, both from the same maple producing regions. The blind taste test was a coin flip. I had my husband try. I had my kids try. Nobody consistently picked one over the other. It was completely random, like guessing heads or tails. Think about this. You're paying nearly double for a different shaped bottle and a fancier logo. That premium brand isn't charging you for better syrup. They're charging you for the feeling of better syrup. That's marketing, not quality. Kirkland wins. Same product, half the price. Moving on. Now batteries. And here's where it gets interesting, because you can't taste test a battery. Kirkland AA batteries versus Duracell CopperTop. I looked into the independent testing on this. Multiple consumer labs, and I'll link the studies below, have shown that Kirkland AA batteries perform within 5% of Duracell in standardized drain tests. Some tests, Kirkland actually outlasted them. Not by a lot, but enough to make the Duracell bunny look a little nervous. Price breakdown. Kirkland, roughly 28 cents per battery when you buy the big pack. Duracell at a regular store, 62 cents per battery. You're paying more than double. For what? That little copper top? A cartoon bunny? Here's what kills me. Duracell spends hundreds of millions on advertising every year. You know who's paying for those commercials? You are. Every time you pick the copper top over the Kirkland pack. Kirkland wins. Save your money. A battery is a battery. Easy choice, right? Just buy Kirkland everything? Fill your cart and don't look back? Not so fast. Because the next three products, the name brand absolutely crushed it. And one of them, I'm not going to lie, the Kirkland version was borderline offensive. My kids literally wouldn't finish their food. So before you become a full Kirkland convert, you need to see where the name brand actually earns its price tag. Kirkland Stretch Tight versus Glad Cling Wrap. On paper, Kirkland looks like a no-brainer. You get 750 square feet for about $12. That's a lot of plastic wrap. Glad gives you way less for nearly the same price. But here's the scary part. This stuff sticks to everything except your bowl. I'm pulling it out and it's folding on itself. It's bunching. It's wrapping around my wrist. I'm standing in my kitchen at 9 p.m. fighting with plastic wrap like it owes me money. Meanwhile, Glad just tears clean, lays flat, and seals. I tried wrapping the same bowl of leftover pasta with both. The Glad sealed on the first try, smooth, tight, done. The Kirkland, 3 attempts. I threw the first 2 sheets away because they crumpled into a useless ball. What if the savings on Kirkland wrap are actually costing you more because you waste half the roll fighting with it? I'm serious. If you're using twice as much per job, that 750 square feet is really 375. Sometimes cheap costs you more, in product, in time, and in sanity. Name brand wins. Glad cling wrap all day. My blood pressure can't handle the Kirkland version. Now laundry detergent. Kirkland Ultra Clean versus Tide Original. Blind smell test first. I put both in unmarked cups. My kids picked Tide instantly. That scent is iconic. It literally smells like clean laundry. Kirkland smells fine, clean, but generic, like a hotel. But smell doesn't clean clothes, right? So here's the real test. I took 2 identical white t-shirts from a pack. Same brand, same size. I put the same 3 stains on each: grass, ketchup, and coffee. Rubbed them in. Let them sit for 2 hours. Then washed each shirt separately, one with Kirkland, one with Tide. Same water temperature, same cycle. Results? Tide got all 3 stains out. Completely. The shirt looked new. Kirkland got the grass and ketchup, but that coffee stain? Still there. Faded but visible. I ran it through again with Kirkland. Still there. Price per load. Kirkland is about 12 cents. Tide is 21 cents. That's a 9-cent difference. Sounds small. But here's the math nobody does. If you're re-washing clothes because stains didn't come out the first time, that extra cycle costs you water, electricity, and time. You didn't save 9 cents. You spent an extra 35 cents on the rewash. Name brand wins. Tide earned that premium. But I'll say this, if you don't deal with heavy stains regularly, Kirkland is perfectly fine for everyday loads. For families with messy kids, Tide. Now peanut butter. I wanted Kirkland to win this one. I really, really did. It's cheaper. The jar is bigger. It should be a slam dunk. But the taste test? Night and day. And not in the way I expected. I set up a proper blind test. 3 spoons, unlabeled. Kirkland, Jif, and a decoy organic brand. Every single person in my house, me, my husband, Both kids picked Jif as their favorite, independently, without hesitation. The Jif has this creamy, smooth, almost sweet quality that makes you want another spoonful. The Kirkland version tastes like peanuts in mild regret. It's drier, grainier. It has this slightly bitter aftertaste that just sits there. Here's the moment that sealed it. I made PB&J sandwiches for my kids' lunches. One with Kirkland, one with Jif. Same bread, same jelly. The Kirkland sandwich came back in the lunchbox with 2 bites taken out of it. The Jif sandwich? Gone. When your kids reject peanut butter, something is fundamentally wrong. And the price difference? Only 2 cents per ounce. 2 cents. That's not a savings. That's an insult to your taste buds. Name brand wins. Jif earned that 2 cents. The Kirkland peanut butter is going in the back of the pantry where it belongs. All right, we're 6 products in. Kirkland 3, name brand 3. Dead tie. Before we break that tie, if you're the kind of person who actually cares where your money goes and doesn't just grab whatever's at eye level, hit subscribe. I do this every single week. I weigh it, I test it, I compare it, I do the math, so you don't have to. Now, the final 4. These are the tiebreakers. And the next one? That's the one that genuinely made me angry, because the price difference is so absurd, it borders on criminal. Stay with me. Kirkland Create-A-Size paper towels versus Bounty Select-A-Size. The big test here is absorption. I poured exactly 1 cup of water on my kitchen counter, measured it precisely, and timed how fast each paper towel soaked it all up. Bounty, 4 seconds flat. Kirkland, 6 seconds. A 2-second difference. That's it. But here's what nobody talks about. Kirkland gives you 160 sheets per roll versus Bounty's 147. And the price difference? Kirkland is roughly 35% cheaper per sheet. So you're getting more sheets and paying less per sheet for a product that performs within 2 seconds of the premium option. I also tested wet strength, how much each could hold when saturated. I soaked a single sheet of each and slowly added coins. Bounty held 14 quarters before tearing. Kirkland held 11. So Bounty is stronger when wet. But is it 35% stronger? No, not even close. Kirkland wins. 2 extra seconds of soaking and 3 fewer quarters is not worth a 35% premium. Save your money on paper towels. Now here's the one that made me angry, and honestly, it should make you angry too. Kirkland Pacific Bold K-Cups versus Starbucks Pike Place K-Cups. Price: Kirkland, 12 cents per cup. Starbucks, 68 cents per cup. Let that sink in. That is almost 6 times more expensive. Now here's the kicker, and this is the part that should genuinely upset you. It's an open secret in the coffee industry that several Kirkland coffee products are roasted by Starbucks. Costco has never officially confirmed which ones, but industry insiders, supply chain records, and multiple investigative reports all point to the same conclusion. You are very likely drinking the same beans, roasted in the same facility, by the same people. I tasted them side by side. Black, no sugar, no cream, same temperature, same mug. If there is a difference, my taste buds cannot find it. And I'm not alone. In online blind tests with hundreds of participants, people can't consistently tell them apart either. So let's do the math. If you drink 1 K-cup per day, which is conservative for most coffee drinkers, that's 365 cups a year. At 12 cents, that's $43.80 with Kirkland. At 68 cents, that's $248.20 with Starbucks. That's a difference of $204.40 per year for what is very likely the same coffee. You're not paying for better beans. You're paying for a green mermaid on a cardboard box. Think about that next time you reach for the Starbucks pack. Kirkland wins decisively. This is the one that offends me as a consumer. $204 a year for branding. Unacceptable. Now trash bags. Kirkland Drawstring Kitchen Bags versus Glad ForceFlex with Febreze. Strength test. I loaded both bags with identical kitchen waste, chicken bones with sharp edges, heavy wet paper towels, a soup can, and loose coffee grounds. Then I carried them both down my driveway, dropped them from waist height onto the concrete. Both held. No tears, no punctures, no leaks. Dead even. I tried again with heavier loads, doubled the weight. The Glad bag started to stretch at the corners but didn't tear. The Kirkland bag showed no stretching at all. Both survived. Price? Kirkland is about 40% cheaper per bag. Now, the one advantage Glad has, that Febreze scent is real. If your trash can smells like a crime scene in the summer, the Glad bags do mask it better. The Kirkland bags? They're bags. They don't smell like anything, which is fine unless your kitchen garbage is genuinely offensive. Kirkland wins on pure value and performance. If you need odor control, Glad's Febreze technology is legit. But on function and price? Kirkland. Last one, and this is for all the parents out there who are drowning in diaper costs. Because I've been there. I am there. Kirkland Supreme Diapers versus Huggies Little Movers. Here's something most people don't know, and it absolutely blew my mind when I first learned it. Kirkland diapers are manufactured by Kimberly-Clark. You know who else Kimberly-Clark manufactures? Huggies. The same company makes both products. Same factories, same production lines, same engineers. Price? Kirkland, about 20 cents per diaper. Huggies, 35 cents per diaper. That's 43% more for a product made by the same manufacturer. We tested overnight, the ultimate diaper test. Both survived 12 hours. No blowouts with either. No leaks. Fit was comparable. The waistband elasticity felt nearly identical. The absorbency layer, I actually cut both open and compared, looked like the same material. My toddler didn't have a preference. Shockingly, he did not request a specific brand of diaper. And if the baby doesn't know the difference, and the parent can't find one either, then what exactly are you paying 43% more for? The answer is a picture of Winnie the Pooh on the waistband. That's it. That's the premium. Kirkland wins. Same manufacturer, same performance, lower price. If you're buying Huggies, you're paying a Disney tax on your baby's butt. Stop it. Final score, Kirkland, 7. Name brand, 3. But here's what matters more than the number. The lesson from this test isn't buy Kirkland everything and never think again. That would make you just as mindless as the people who buy name brand everything without thinking. The real lesson is this: test it yourself. Compare, read the labels, do the price per unit math. Because companies on both sides are counting on you not doing the work. The name brands count on loyalty. The store brands count on the assumption that cheaper is always better. Neither is always right. The products where Kirkland won, olive oil, maple syrup, batteries, paper towels, coffee, trash bags, and diapers. Those are the ones where you are literally paying for a logo. The product inside is the same or so close it doesn't matter. The products where name brand won, plastic wrap, laundry detergent, and peanut butter, those are the ones where the brand actually invested in a better product, where you can feel, taste, or measure the difference. Your job as a smart consumer isn't to pick a side, it's to know the difference. Don't just watch this and forget. Next time you're at Costco, pull out your phone, screenshot that scoreboard, save this video, and the next time someone tells you name brand is always better or Kirkland is always better, send them this. If you want more no BS product tests like this one, subscribe and hit that bell. I've got a Shrinkflation Hall of Shame series that will absolutely make your blood boil. Go watch that next. I'll see you there.